Hi guys, in this video we are going to be going over multiplication, specifically multiplication using area model. Now, a lot of you guys might be wondering why use area model when the old way, known as the bow tie way, works just fine. Well, by using area model, you can break up the numbers using place value, and as well as you can break it up in any way that you want to that makes sense to you specifically. Okay, I'm going to be using the box method of area model to help keep us organized and keep our numbers on track.
So let's start off with the question, what is multiplication? Multiplication is adding equal groups. For example, here we have a group of 3 plus a group of 3 plus a group of 3 to equal 9. Now what that can be translated into is 3 times 3 is 9. And how that is translated is that it is 3 times a group of 3 to equal 9. In this video, we are going to be going over area model of multiplication. One of the many benefits of doing area model is that it falls under the belief and practice that there is always more than one way to solve the question. When using area model, we want to look at the numbers and we want to break them up by place value. So for 18, we have the 1 in the tens column and the 8 in the ones column. When we add them together, they're 18. And then for 42, we have the 4 in the tens column to be 40 and the 2 in the ones column to be 2. And when we would add that together, we'd have 42. Now, what we want to do next is we want to draw a box so that each number is separated based off of these place values. So we're going to draw a box. Okay, and they each have 2 place values. So I'm going to have it be a 2 by 2 box. On one side, we have the 10 and the 8 to be 18. And on the other side, we have the 40 and the 2 to be 42. Now we just need to fill in the boxes. In this first box here, we have 10 times 40, which if you remember the little trick, we can just take away the zeros for now. Don't worry, they'll come back, and we can just do 1 times 4, and 1 times 4 is 4, and this is where the 2 zeros can come in. The 2 zeros go right back in there. Okay, because anything multiplied by 10, 100, even 200, anything with zeros that add at the end, you can take those away and they just come right back in at the very end. Okay, in this next box, we have 8 times 40. Okay, we can take that 0 away and we can just do 8 times 4, which is 32. And then we add the 0 to be 320. Now, in this third box, we can do 10 times 2 to be 20. And this final box, we have 8 times 2, which is 16. Now, we are going to take all 4 numbers here, and we're going to add them. So we have 400 plus 320 plus 20 plus 16. Now you can always add them separately or you could add them together. Okay? You could do it to any way that you want. As I said, in area model, it leaves you a lot of openness for choice. So we have 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6, which is 6. We have 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, which is 5. and 4 plus 3, which is 7. So we have a final answer of 756. Now, I want you to try and solve this equation by yourself. So when I say pause, I want you to pause. Please pause. Okay, you should have done this equation using area model. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my box. And it's a 2-digit number by a 2-digit number, so it needs to be a 2 by 2 box. Okay. Then I have 32, which can be broken up into 30 and 2. Then I have 16, which can be broken up into 10 and 6. Then I have 10 times 30, which is 300. Then I have 10 times 2, which is 20. Then I have 6 times 30, which is 180. Then I have 6 times 2, which is 12. Okay, now remember, I'm going to add all these 4 numbers up. So I have 300 plus 180, which is 480, plus 20, which is 500, plus 12, to be 512. This one, I want you to pause the video and solve using area model. Okay, so the first thing you should have done is you should have made your box based off of the number of place values or whatever numbers that you want to use. And actually, in this video, I'm going to teach you something additional, okay? So I'm going to add a third row here. And in the top one, I'm still going to have 50 plus 6 to be 56. But in the other one, I'm going to have 10 for the place value of 10 of 17. But then I'm going to break up the ones place value into 3 and 4, because I don't know about you, but for some reason the multiples of 7, multiplication using 7 for me is just really hard. Okay, so I have a 3 by 2 box which I need to fill in. I have 50 times 10, which is 500, 50 times 3, which is 150, and then 50 times 4, which is 200. Okay, then I have 6 times 10, which is 60, 6 times 3, which is 18, 6 times 4, which is 24. Then I'm going to take these 6 numbers and add them all together. So I'm going to have 500 plus 200 plus 150. I'm going to add those 3 first to equal 850. Then I'm going to add 60 and 18. And that's 8. And 5 plus 6 plus 1 is 12. 8 plus 1 is 9. Then I just need to add the final 24. 8 plus 4 is 12. 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. 9 plus nothing is 9. So my final answer is 952. So our final one is a 3-digit number multiplied by a 2-digit number. I want you to pause and try and solve this question using area model. So the first thing you should have done is you should have drawn your box. And it should be probably a 3 by 2. And you're going to break up the numbers again by place value. Now, in one number, we have 3 numbers, so we have 3 different place values. So it should have been 900 plus 40 plus 5 to be 945. And then we have 20 and 1. So this first one, we have 900 times 20, which we can take away all 3 zeros and just have 9 times 2, which is 18, and then add all 3 zeros back to be 18,000. Then we have 40 times 20 to be 800. Then we have 5 times 20 to be 100. Okay. We have 900 times 1 to be 900. 40 times 1 is 40. And 5 times 1 is 5. We're going to take all 6 numbers here and add them up. So we have 18,000 plus 900 plus 800 plus 100 plus 40 plus 5. And I know that looks like a lot of numbers, but again, feel free to break it up any way you want. Okay? So we have 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5, which is 5. We have 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4, which is 4. We have 0 plus 9 plus 8 plus 1, which is 18. So we're going to have an 8 here. And we carry the 1. Then we have 8 plus 1, which is 9. And the 1 comes all the way down because it's not added to anything. For our final answer to be 19,845.
And that's multiplication using area model. Remember, in math, there is always more than one way to solve a problem. So if this doesn't make sense to you, maybe try the bow tie method. See if that helps. I really like area model because it gives me a lot of options in how to solve a question. Okay. If you need any help, please feel free to email me and check out the rest of the videos. Bye. See you in class.